Hello, cadets, and welcome to another episode of General Howitzer's Big Monster Briefing Room. This is an interesting show in the fact that I don't usually do mythical training films about mythical characters, but we definitely wanted to address this issue and these particular monsters on the briefing room, in the briefing room. So on the briefing room table. Okay, just got to get that right. Okay, so it's Jason and the Argonauts is what we're going to talk about. This is a 1963 training film. And hey, there he is, Bob Ross. Welcome.
Hello, Bob Ross. I just want to say hello to Bobby. Everybody loves Bobby. We love you up in Yonkers. We just love you so much. Thank you for attending the show. And it's not a show, actually. It's a training film. It's a training film learning experience for the American people, right, General? Which, by the way,
that would be a correct assessment. General. This, by the way, is not Bob Ross the painter. He passed away a few years ago. This is the Bob Ross that's got a nice bed and breakfast in Athens, Georgia.
Oh, never mind then. I'm sure he's a nice guy, but I was talking about the happy little clouds. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, happy little trees. Woohoo! No, yeah, he's a great guy, but this is a great guy too, and he's a fan. He comes here and he comes every episode. And this is like our 5th or 6th one now. So we appreciate you hanging out with us, Bob, and learning how to kill kaiju and other monsters that will threaten your existence. That's what it's all about. I actually don't have too many tips tonight because, again, these are mythical creatures. Okay, well, and they are dispatched by Jason and his group, all except for one, which we'll talk about later.
They're mythical creatures, but they're very dangerous, though. We don't want to underestimate them just because they're mythical, right, General?
They definitely appear to be very dangerous in this training film. That's for sure.
Extremely dangerous.
That's
yes.
for sure. And hello, MN.
Hello. She's reporting for her training. Fred is also here. Thank you, cadets, for joining us today. It's very important that we
By the way, I did introduce Major Millie Hazard, who's with me. She's been with me since the very first episode. She's learning. She's in training.
Yes,
she's a scientist. She has a pretty good brain for monster activity and helping me tell you how to dispatch these creatures. So I just wanted to give her a little nod.
This is very important to me, and I'm a very big patriot, much like yourself, General. Just trying to make the world a nicer place, and I got my name tag here and everything. So do you want to get started, General?
I wore mine tonight as well.
Thank you. Wonderful.
Let's get started. Yours, I started wearing mine, and I've got my black and gray tactical gear on today for this show. My night gear. It's gray and black. So I just felt like dressing up a little bit. But I washed this shirt myself, and it shrunk in the laundry. So it feels like a little bit like a sausage casing around my belly right now. So anyway, enough about me. Let's not waste any more time. We're going to go to our timeline of our movie, our training film. Jason and the Argonauts, 1963. I want to point out that the music for this movie, and unfortunately we can't listen to it because, YouTube and the places that we post this show, they're real skittish about doing clips and music and stuff that's copyrighted. So we can only show pictures. But I will tell you that the soundtrack for this, the music is amazing. It's very military-like. It's all mostly brass and woodwind. There are a few little places. A lot of people say it's all brass and woodwind, but actually there are a few little places where there's a little harp action going on. That's the only strings that you got in it, though. And quite an amazing soundtrack. Okay, so at 4 minutes, this training film starts with a military coup with this guy, Pelias, who looks like he belongs in a Fu Manchu movie. So, yeah, he's a mean guy. He kills women and children. Kind of like somebody else we know that's, you know, invading places now. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. 8 minutes. We see the god, Zeus, and he looks like a hairdresser. And wait a minute, isn't that Pussy Galore? No, that's actually Hera. Hera, the queen of the gods. And she plays a very big part in this movie, helping Jason, the human who dares the gods, kind of snubs his nose a little bit at the gods, which is not a smart thing to do, but there it is. 10 minutes. Jason arrives, saves Pelias, and loses a sandal. But he has great teeth. Let's show that next picture. Yes, very good teeth for back in that time. Are you confused yet? Wait. But those toes, whoa. Let's show that next picture. Whoa. My goodness. Yeah, that's some serious fungo rot on those toes there, on those nails there. So anyway, that's how the film starts. It's a nice look at Jason's feet. At 15, an old prophet turns into Hermes, the god's messenger. Confused yet? Wait. 16:15. Jason gets to Mount Olympus by torching up like a wicked witch of the West. Next picture. Thank you. Oh, Jason, welcome. I see you you wet yourself. I would certainly relieve some water if I saw flames and blue smoke going up all around me. That's just me. I mean, I'm a rough and tough guy, but oh my God, you know, give me a little warning before you do stuff like that. You know, I hopefully I'll have a Depends on. So Jason gets to Mount Olympus, 1820, while talking to Hera, you know, Pussy Galore. Zeus gives a little wink to another goddess. Look at that. He's looking over his right shoulder. See that? Even up there. He's trying to make out behind his, and he goes right over to her. You know, he doesn't care. He's the god of the gods. Yeah, he even goes over to her and gets a phone number. Okay, 20 minutes. Jason explains to the gods that he's gonna do an Olympic game. The games begin, and to see who is worthy of the most perilous voyage. Jason is man, he is a con artist. He is better than Tom Sawyer. I mean, he's conning all these guys into coming on this dangerous voyage with him. Even the mighty Hercules, who we just saw in that last picture. Yeah, these jocks aren't very bright. I'm sorry. And of course, Hylas. Hylas also is comes on board. He's very smart. He's the only smart one actually of the bunch. But he likes I think he likes Hercules. I think he's got a fixation on him. Now this old guy here, this old fart, he builds the mightiest ships on the 7 seas by himself. We come into the scene and there's no other workers working on that boat. Are you confused yet? Wait. 24:30. The guy puts the figurehead of the boat at the back of the boat. Hey, wait a minute. Isn't that Pussy Galore? So I agree. Again, it's Hera. So at 26, they finally set sail. 26 minutes into this training film, they finally set sail. No charts, no compass, boneheads. They really should, bring a map or something. So they get stuck out there, and he has to use up one of his magic wishes with Hera just to find out where to go. Nice going there, Jason. At 30 minutes, they finally get to an island. And they were able to pick up some provisions. Still no monsters come on yet. This is 30 minutes now into this movie. It's supposed to be kind of like a monster flick, monster training film. 30 minutes, still haven't gotten it yet. But at least the narrative is engaging. So they get onto an island. And finally, at 31:45, we get Talos. He is a giant god in the form of a bronze statue. There he is, looking forward. Now, Hera has warned Jason and his men, well, Jason to tell his men, if you take anything from the island other than food and water, yeah, it's a bad idea. Because Talos, see, there it is. Talos is going to come to life, and Hercules, are you listening? Hercules is not listening. So Talos comes to life. Guys, we got company. So, oh, and at 35 minutes, one of them says, "Oh, it must be the wind." Yeah, that's the wind. 36 minutes. Yeah, Talos wreaks havoc with their boat. Did you guys really think that you were going to get away from this guy? He's a god. Ever play toy boats in the bath? That's what this next shot's going to show you. This is how Talos plays toy boats in the bath.
We're going to take a second to look at the comments real quick, General.
Okay.
We're doing just a quick thing there. If you can read them, I'm going to put them on the screen for you there.
Stock up on Depends. Yes, indeed. If you're gonna be flaming me up to Mount Olympus, I definitely want to be wearing a diaper because you're not giving any warning.
What size diaper would you wear, General? What size diaper?
An extra large, obviously.
Would that be? I like what Fred said.
I would fill up a diaper
not...
worse than my cat fills up his cat box. Okay, and that's saying something.
Fred said,
I got to clean that darn cat box twice
Olympus. A day. Fred said, "I'm still not over him mounting Olympus."
Yeah, they even put him on a little chessboard. Hey, look at you. You're small. I love the gods of the movie. They're all like British, and they're all like, "Oh, look, there's Jason. Let's mess with him now." Looking down at humanity, playing their little games up there.
Now,
I would think the colorblind mythical creatures could see him better. I have no idea what the hell that means. Harp action. We're getting to it. Gray Tachypavir better for dealing with mythical creatures. That's exactly why I wore this today. Because we're dealing with mythical creatures. That's why I wore this outfit. Thanks for pointing that out. Need to be prepared for mythical creatures. Yes. Yes, indeed. As a mythical creature, I agree. Fred, you're a mythical creature? You seem pretty real to me. Got to go gather some friends and slay monsters. Oh, play some tunes while you're at it. Bob plays a mean harmonica. I'm just saying. Okay, so there's Talos. Talos, but before he wakes up, before they actually go into that room underneath him. It's like, guys, don't go in there. And they take stuff. I mean, there's all kinds of treasure in there, and they can't resist. They take one item, actually. It's like a hairpin thing, and it looks like a spear. And that's what they take. And Talos is like, ain't gonna happen. So here he is. He's picking up the boat. Now, here's the weird thing. This boat was just built a few weeks earlier, but the bottom already has barnacles on it. Watch that part of the film. It's got barnacles on it, like it's been in the ocean for years. Maybe he had the bottom half of the boat already built. And Jason said, "Hey, I need a boat." He said, "Okay, I'll build a kick-ass boat on this boat bottom." I don't know. I'm just making stuff up as I go along here. Okay, so Jason is now understanding what it is like to have a crew of chuckleheads. He even has to waste another one of his wishes with Hera. That's at 39:30. So he's praying to the figurehead. So she tells him, look for Talos's Achilles heel. Yes, look to his ankle, she says. And he finds out that there's an opening and there's some magical god stuff inside that looks like lava, and it comes out the back of his shoe. And that pretty much does it. And 44 minutes and 10 seconds, leave it to Ray Harryhausen to give a kaiju a dramatic death. He's like, yeah, right, okay. And the Academy Award does not go to. All right, now 47 minutes. They rebuild the Argus, built again by the old fart, Argus. They decide to leave Hercules behind. Hylas is dead. He got squashed by Talos. They don't know that, but he is. We know that. And Jason decides to use his last wish to show the guys that Hera is guiding them. Something that he could have done 2 wishes ago. Are you confused yet? Wait. I'm going to take a little sip of peach tea here. I'm drinking peach tea out of my mug, to Atlanta. This week they have a big music festival there. And these 2 pictures you just see are the Harpies. That's where they're headed to. Luckily, Hera has given Jason, I can't read my own notes here. She has told him to seek out Phineas, who is, he's plagued by blue and purple scaly leather winged harpies. And there they are. They kind of remind me of my ex-wife, Hazel, around payday. That's 51:10. At 55 minutes, Jason and his men help trap the harpies for Phineas. Why not, right? Let's just go ahead and do that. Let's piss off the gods, tick them off by, I mean, the gods put them here to torment Phineas for some of his sins earlier. So Jason decides, you know what? I'm going to thump my nose at the gods again. We're going to catch these harpies to get what we want because Hera's not giving me any more wishes. And that's what they do. The harpies are caged and the Argonauts are on their way to what Phineas says is the Clashing Rocks. They're on their way to the Clashing Rocks. There they are, the harpies, all caged up. Now, rocks that don't like boats. Okay, confused yet? Wait. At 1:04.20, 1 hour and 4 minutes, I should say. If you're going through the Clashing Rocks, why advertise with a drum beat? Jeez. Yes, Argo tells the guys, yes, make a steady beat. You know, let's advertise that we're coming through. Yeah, you know, just about every show, there's one point where I say, ring the dinner bell for the monsters. In this case, it's rocks that crush boats when they try to come through. So, okay, so why don't you blow a conch shell too while you're at it, you know? Here we are. Come on, precious.
Well, let's do a few more comments, okay? Because
we're
getting a lot of nice comments in here.
Using your wishes wisely. Not really. You know, I mean, he's going about this kind of recklessly. I gotta say, as a hero, he's, you know, he leaves a lot to be desired. Boat bottoms, yes. I noticed the barnacles. By gosh, I noticed these things. That's why you have me here, to point these things out. Talus also had that weakness. Yes, the Achilles heel. Peach tea, yes. Lavender approves. Yes, this is in honor of what's going on in Georgia this weekend. In Athens and Atlanta, mostly. So there you go, drinking some peach tea out of my cup. And I'm telling you the truth. It's peach tea. If I can show you. No, you can't see it. I'm down to about the bottom of the cup. I'm going to spill some on myself. I know it. Spilling on my pants. Is that peach tea, or are you just happy to see me? Howitzer who drinks his peach tea straight. I didn't say that. The spread of harpies is still a major problem. Yes. Agreed. In D&D, my husband is playing in a group. Friend of the attack. Oh, they were attacked by flying harpies. Yeah. They're nasty. They got nasty claws. Although in this, the fingers look kind of, I don't know, rounded and rubbery. They don't really show the claws. I guess I'm going to have to go watch the remake of this. There was, in like year 2000 or 2002, they did another one of these, Jason and the Argonauts. And I'm sorry, I'm a traditionalist. I love this particular training film and the Ray Harryhausen creatures. You know, it brings back a lot of good memories. Wasn't too impressed with some of the CGI that I saw in that training film. But okay, we come back to the Clashing Rocks. And Phineas gave Jason like a little neck charm around his neck. And he throws it into the water. And Hera goes, all right, yeah, we got a playing piece here we can use. And she calls up Ariel's father. That's him. That's Neptune. King Neptune. He's the brother of Zeus. So he looks just like him in the face. So luckily, yes, Ariel's father was at hand. And he's holding the rocks apart so that they can they can rake his nipple with that sail. Confused yet? Wait. Can you imagine the roll-on that you would need for that big, hairy, scaly armpit of his? Anyway, that's just a side thought. At 1:09, 1 hour and 9 minutes into the film, Jason rescues Nancy Kovac. Who wouldn't? You know, there's a reason why this woman is only in this movie for 20 minutes, but she gets second billing. And she gets a double growl. So Nancy Kovac, but it's Nancy Kovac tells him about the Golden Fleece, which is the ultimate prize at the end of this movie, the Golden Fleece. Well, I mean, besides Nancy Kovac. And it's guarded by a 7-headed Hydra. Oh, nice. You know, as if I haven't, dealt with enough. You know, I've got to deal with a 7-headed Hydra now. There we go. That's what it looks like. And here's the thing: you can slice at it, you can cut it, but you can stab it. But if you cut a head off, guess what? 2 grow back in its place. So you can't cut it in half. You can't cut its head off. You got to stab it in the heart, basically. So Jason does this. He actually was able to do a little fancy footwork, and boom, he stabs it right in the heart, and does some dodging and weaving, and there it is. And then we see the Golden Fleece. Ew, the Golden Fleece has still got a head on it. Yeah, there's the fight with the Hydra. And again, the Golden Fleece has got a head on it still. Yikes. Could you take the head off? Maybe that takes away some of its magical power. I don't know. Okay. Now, at 1 hour and 34 minutes, they're being chased by this king who the Golden Fleece belongs to, and he's actually also a powerful wizard. And they shoot an arrow into the back of Nancy Kovac. And you know what? I don't even know her character's name. I just know Nancy Kovac at this point. So the Golden Fleece brings her back to life. So, hey, you got a thing that will bring people back to life from the dead. That's good. But the guy takes the teeth of the Hydra and he throws them on the ground, and they turn into an army of living skeletons. Yeah, living skeletons. And they come out with battle shields with ogres and stuff on them, and swords, and they're ready for battle. Yeah, and he's like, kill them all, kill them. Very, very dramatic. And the Academy Award for acting does not go to. So Jason and 2 of his best men, 3 of them, are now fighting 8. Get this, 8 skeleton warriors who really you can't put a knife through them or anything. They're skeletons. There's no skin on them. There's no heart. There's no brain. It's just a animated skeleton, and its main job is just to kill you. And it's going to chase you down and follow you. Let me read this quote. Against the children of the Hydra's teeth, that's what he calls them. The children of the Hydra's teeth, there is no protection. And we find that out. The 2 men, Jason's 2 men, they get killed. They get killed pretty quickly, actually. Jason's manages to knock the head off of one of them. But you know what the ultimate thing is, what he does? He just jumps off a cliff into the water. They jump off after him into the water. And that's the end of the fight. That's the end of the training film. Jason jumps off a cliff, end of movie. It's almost as bad as some of the Toho kaiju films. Where the monsters fall into the ocean, one monster comes up and swims away, and the rest of them are under the ocean bubbling, and you don't know what happened to them until the next movie. So, I want to see the rest of the movie. If you were me, wouldn't you want to see the rest of the movie? I want to see everything coming up skeletons. I want to see those skeletons trying to get on the boat and fight everybody. I want to see Jason when he gets back to his homeland. There's skeletons popping up everywhere, just making his life a living hell. He's trying to eat dinner in a restaurant. Skeletons come in the door. I want to see that. I want to see, him trying to make a public speech somewhere, and skeletons come out of the crowd. I want to see that. So, against the children of the Hydra's teeth, there is no defense. There is no defense. There is no protection. That's what it says. No protection against the harpies. I'm getting silly now. There is no protection. So that's it. The movie kind of ends abruptly, and you're like, well, wait a minute. The skeletons can walk underwater, right? I've seen that in other movies. Why don't we show Jason, squeezing out a big one in a urinal somewhere in a restaurant or in a bathroom stall, and then a skeleton comes in. Ah! Why don't we get that? That would be a nice sketch. That would be a funny comedy sketch, I think, because it's so true. Those skeletons didn't die. They were animated by magic. Yeah, there is no protection. There is no protection. Millie, what do you think about that? Against the children of the children of the teeth of the Hydra.
Well, I wanted to, we have a lot. We want to show the merchandise, General, but we also have a lot of comments to get to. So I don't know if you can. So Jamie said,
yes, we have a new thing we're going to do on the show. We're going to talk about the merchandise that's come out because of this training film.
Yes.
Because a lot of people that watch these kind of movies, these training films, they like to collect. Oh, I thought we were going to do the.
Okay, you want to do comments?
Yeah, let's do some comments.
Okay, let's do some comments.
Good of classic rock. I think she meant to say God of classic rock.
I think she's meant good old classic rock when he's a classical
good old
monster and he's holding the rocks. That's
holding the rocks apart. Good old classic rock. Okay, got it. Perfect nipples. I swear to God, they raked his nipple with that mast. And he didn't even flinch. He was like, ooh, sailor. Harryhausen work still holds up. Yeah, I'll tell you, some of the CGI I see today is just, I'm sorry, it just doesn't look as cool as like. Do you guys remember? We got to show that one on this show sometime. Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, and they had a great Cyclops in that with big horns sticking out of the top of his head. He's woo, 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 woo. I swear to God, that's a perfect impression of it. We got to do that on the show. Quick, someone grab the comb used in Spaceballs. That should take care of the underarm hair. Yeah, I thought I took a picture of his underarm hair there, but I guess I didn't. Because while he's holding the rocks, they go right under his arm, and it's like, huge! Wow, man, that's. Can you imagine the roll-on for that bad boy? Different training film. Yeah. Do not throw teeth. Yeah, because they might grow into the children of the teeth. No, there's no protection. You hear that, Greg? I don't know who Greg is, but welcome. It's all coming up, skeletons. Yes. Against the children of the Hydra's teeth, there is no protection. The howitzer noises. Yeah, I'm a little more animated tonight, I guess. I really am enjoying. I enjoyed watching this training film after so many years. I hadn't seen it in many years, and again, I enjoyed watching it this time, especially, and making notes on it. Seventh Voyage, yes, another great Harryhausen training film. We're gonna have to do that one soon. But I will tell you. I'll tell you in a minute. Here is the monster merchandise segment of the show. As you can see, there are Talos action figures out there. You can find them on eBay. Lighter not included. It comes with his own lighter. No, lighter is not included. There he is in the box. That one's actually signed by Ray Harryhausen, I think. So yeah, they actually had some merchandise for this training film way back in the day. Golly, that's like 50 years ago. Now, there's the skeleton action set. Comes with two of the battle shields, so you can change up the battle shields. You can buy a couple of sets and make the different skeletons and pose them different ways. This is the diorama for the seven-headed Hydra fighting Jason. That's kind of a model kit, I'm guessing. And here's another play set, the Jason and the Argonauts play set. Can you imagine the hours of fun you would have with that? And they even have coasters, believe it or not, coasters with the shields from the skeletons, the ogres and the orcs and the different characters from the skeleton shield. There's an octopus on one of them, like Hydra, that kind of octopus. There's another one, ogre. So yeah, those are coasters, for your peach tea. Where's my peach tea? That's the poster for the film, the video poster. I actually had that video box way back in the day. And again, Nancy Kovac, she was only in the movie for like 18 minutes. But she completely ruled every scene she was in. Maybe an invisible cloak. Maybe that would work. To get away from the skeletons? I don't know. They're magical. They're mythical. They're magical. They might be able to figure that out. What would be bad if one of them got a magical cloak of invisibility. Then you'd have an invisible skeleton chasing you down, trying to kill you. Must be the peach tea. Now you know my favorite, peach tea. And peach mango tea. Liking that too. So that's our monster merchandise. Again, it's just a small short segment to show you, that there's stuff out there that you can look for. If you really like the training film, like this stuff back here, I've got lots of stuff. Let me pull up one here. Okay, let me pull up. Fire Godzilla. This is from 1995. This is when Godzilla could not control the atomic energy, the nuclear energy that was inside. So, there it is. And Godzilla is going to be on our next training film. Next week, our training film is going to be Godzilla versus Monster Zero, a.k.a. Invasion of Astro Monster. And it's one of my favorite Godzilla training films. And we're going to have a lot of fun with that. And we do have a Gamera movie, Gamera and Guardian of the Universe, coming up soon. That's in a couple of weeks. I think we're taking a vacation after next week. So it might be in late April by the time we get to Gamera and Guardian of the Universe, but we'll get to it. Are there any other comments? Just like Blay and Greg. That's me speaking Japanese. Just like black and gray camo. Yes. Say that 5 times fast. Just like my little pencil-thin mustache. So we hope you enjoyed tonight's show. Major Hazard, do you have any other things that you would like to point out?
Yeah, I just want you to make sure we get to all the comments. Jamie said that her husband was actually named after this film.
Oh, wow. So his name is Argos? No, I'm kidding. Tell Jason we're glad that his parents were into monster activity. Some of the merch was made more recently. Possibly, yeah. Sometimes they make these. Sometimes these training films get so famous that 20, 30, 40 years later they'll make merchandise. Because they know that people have seen those films. Again, we try to pick films that training films that people have already seen. Invisible skeletons, yeah. Talk about wearing it depends. Sweet, love Godzilla, yes. My favorite is Kong. We may do that one on the show because there is a link on YouTube to the original King Kong versus Godzilla in Japanese. It's the Japanese version with American subtitles. It's actually better than the American version, I think. The training film. Gojira. Yeah, I want to do a couple of Godzilla movies before July because I want to get an invite to G-Fest. I want Major Hazard and I to go to G-Fest in Chicago. So I'm hoping that they'll give us an invite. Yeah, his name is Argos. That's his middle name. Jason Argos Bennett. Howitzer noises are additional. Yeah, I'm gonna release a recording of some of my monster noises that I do, because I'm actually pretty good at impersonating some monsters. For instance, you probably didn't know this, but Godzilla, when he has his roar, he does a kind of a high pitch, and then he has a little at the end. There's like two sounds. Did you know that? And then, of course, there's Anguillus, his good friend. So, yeah. So I do a lot of monster impersonations. Rodan. Yeah, I've got way too much free time on my hands in retirement. That's the problem. I like General Howitzer to show his mug. Well, this is my mug right here. This was given to me by my good friend John Colburn. He made this mug for me, and it's camouflage, so I can drink while I'm camouflaged in the jungle. I just got to keep it tipped up so that you can't see the white side. But yes, it's my camouflage mug, and I'm going to try to mass produce these with General Howitzer's Big Monster Briefing Room on them. I'm going to talk to Hazard about doing that and getting some stickers made and some T-shirts. I've already talked to Jamie Bennett. She's given me some logos that I can put on T-shirts, and I want to get some Big Monster Briefing Room T-shirts made for our fans, because I know we're going to have fans. It'll take a little time, but we'll get them. And I'll drink to that. Some peach tea. Last few sips. All right. So again, next week we've got Invasion of Astro Monster, Godzilla versus Monster Zero, which is King Ghidorah, and Rodan is in that one as well. So it's got a lot of the good Toho monsters in it, and a lot of fun to watch. And it's got, okay, are you ready for this? Wait for it. Wait for it. Nick Adams, the Rebel, is in it. Yes. Okay, G-Fest is in mid-July in Chicago. You can look it up on the internet. It's the first one they've done in about 4 years because of the pandemic. I think the last one was like 2018. So, and they've got a couple of really interesting guests from Godzilla movies. The girl from Terror of Mechagodzilla is going to be there. And some other people are going to be there. And I really want to go. So I want to take my daughter to see that and the cosplay and all that good stuff. A lot of fun. Those are always a lot of fun. So, General Howitzer noises, yes. Okay, one more. Manda, which is like a long snake kind of character. I can't reach him from here, I don't think. That's how he sounds. Watch the movies. I want to do Destroy All Monsters, too, which is probably the greatest Toho Kaiju Monster Collection training film of them all. I want to do that one soon. But we may have to do the Chinese version of the Japanese version of that one as well. We'll see. I'm looking for the links. So you all have a great evening.
Thank you, everybody. Yes, please hang out for No Icing with Rita. She will be on in just a few minutes. She'll be on right after this. Thank you so much, General. And yes, I enjoyed the noises. There were a lot of general noises today. I don't know what was going on, but everybody liked it. It's a real crowd pleaser. So I hope you keep doing it, General. Whatever you're doing, it's the peach tea. I think it's the peach tea got in you, and you got a little wild.
I think it was what was in the peach tea.
I think it might have been what was in the peach tea.
It got me doing it.
And we'll get right on this merchandise. We already have
Toddy in there.
They'll buy the people want to buy the merchandise, so we'll get on that. So
I think I'm gonna mass produce these hats too.
It looks wonderful. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, I got like 4 different ones here now, and I'm thinking, maybe other people would like to wear the general hat.
That would be so cool. I think they could drink from the mug while they're wearing the hat. I think it would be perfect. I know myself, I'll get them, and I would like to wear the hat sometimes too, General.
Again, it's something to offer. We can have our own monster merchandise shelf.
That's right. Okay, goodbye, everybody. We'll see you. Hang out for No Icing. Thank you, General.
See you next week. Godzilla versus Monster Zero.
I'm going to roll the credits, everybody. And if we didn't get to your comment, the General will be there. I'm sure he'll go and he'll look in the,
I will go over the comments after the show, as I always do.
That's right. There you go. Okay, goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Have a good